Welcome to Office Hours Live, everyone, the weekly show where we teach people how to plan, launch, and grow a business that provides you with freedom, independence, and purpose. Whether you're starting from zero or scaling to six figures and beyond, whether you sell products or services online or offline, this show is all about growing a profitable business based on what we call service at scale. We combine the traditional service-based model with the tools and technology at our fingertips today. I'm going to answer your most pressing questions about clients, entrepreneurship, lifestyle, and anything else that's stopping you from taking your business to that next level. I want to extend a special welcome to my students at freelancingfreedom.com who are tuning in today. And with that said, I'm your host, Brad Hussey, a marketing expert, business consultant, and educator with more than 400,000 international students. I help aspiring entrepreneurs like you take back their freedom and independence by teaching them and giving them the tools for launching a profitable consulting business at freelancingfreedom.com. If you want your questions answered, just add them to the comments section and we'll get to them throughout the show. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you're on YouTube, hit the little notification bell to stay in the loop for new content and when we go live with our office hours. We've got some great material lined up for you today, so make sure you take some notes, you bring your questions, grab yourself a water, coffee, or a whiskey, and we're going to get started here in just a moment. Well, good day, everybody. How's it going? A happy Thursday, happy Office Hours Live day. We're back. We took last week off because I was celebrating my 10th wedding anniversary with my wife in Ireland. That was fun. So I was very happy to miss Office Hours Live last week, to be totally honest. You may have felt differently, but we're here and we got some great content. We've got a great topic lined up. Continuing off from where we left off on our previous session. We'll talk about that in a moment, but I just want to say hello to everybody here watching. Feel free to say hello, introduce yourself, and we'll jump into this very shortly here. Who do we got? Larry from Wisconsin. Good to see you here. You'll be debugging while listening. Excuse me. Totally cool. Doing some work while taking in some, hopefully, good value. Awesome. Ryan, good to see you. Looks like a new face. We got Philippe. Aaron, so happy it's Thursday. I've never heard that one, Aaron. Philippe, is it Philippe or Felipe? I'm assuming it's Philippe. I might be wrong. Anyway, 10th anniversary. Yes, welcome to the club. Cool. Sounds like you are a seasoned husband yourself. Congratulations to you, my friend. Good morning, Mary Jo. Good to see more familiar faces. I'm also just slightly a bit tired because I'm readjusting. The time change in Ireland from where I am is 7 hours ahead. So, excuse me. And I'm still getting over a little bit of a cough. So I'll try to keep that to a minimum. 7 hours difference. It's 11 here. So what's that, like 6? It's already like past supper time in my brain. But we're going to rock it. We got a great topic today. Hey, Kevin. And yeah, at any point, if you have any questions, the whole point of Office Hours Live, it's easy to get caught up in the, we have themes and we want to make sure that we go on track and that we're delivering, a consistent kind of consistency in what we're doing with Office Hours Live. So it's not just like a mishmash of I'm live, ask me questions. But the reality is I'm here to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, whether it's totally related to the topic, slightly related to the topic, or off topic, we capture them all. I have a list of all your questions in real time right here, and I'll do my best to answer them all. So that's the point of this. Excuse me. So let's just jump in, okay? I'm just going to try and share my screen here. Just give me a quick moment. There we go. Cool. Let me just move my face out of the way. Cool. Oh, looks like we've got a lot of people here watching. I love it. Okay, so not last week, but our last session 2 weeks ago, it was about creating a freebie offering. So the whole theme of this month, August, has been email marketing for consultants, for your freelancing business, using email marketing, but starting from actual baseline, starting from zero, starting from scratch. A lot of freelancers and consultants don't realize that we have that tool at our disposal, that strategy of email marketing. We always think like, oh, it's for bloggers or YouTubers or whatever nonsense. It's not. Having a list is the lifeblood of any business. And especially for consultants and freelancers and coaches who are sharing their expertise and their skills and their knowledge with clients one-to-one, we must have an element of automation that is totally integrated into our business. And email marketing allows us to capture attention, deliver value, establish a relationship, build trust, pitch our services, close leads, and ongoing, manage relationships ongoing, and just create this automatic loop. And that's what I do in my business, and that's what many of our students in Freelancing Freedom are starting to now catch on. They're starting to realize, oh, I can do that too. Yes, this is why I'm giving so much weight to this whole email marketing, automation, and building an online centered consulting business. It's easy to think, oh, I'm in a small town. Nobody wants web design services. Or I'm in this big city. There's so many really talented designers or whatever other consultants. But I'm starting to realize, no, like I'm in a small town in my office at home, and I have access to the entire world. And I don't need access to the entire world. I just need access to like a fraction of a percentage of people who are struggling with where they are in their careers. They want a big change and they feel like there's something that they have to offer, and they just don't know how to take that and turn it into a business. That's what I'm trying to help you do. That's the point of this. That's what Freelancing Freedom is. That's what Brad Hussey's work is all about, is take that person who's going, there's got to be something more. I'm having a hard time. I'm struggling. I don't like this working for somebody else, building somebody else's business. I'm struggling to pay for the bills because my salary is hardly enough. If only I could just break free and unchain myself from this. Well, if you have even a slight entrepreneurial bone in your body, some people don't. And if you're like, no, I'm cool working for somebody else, then you should go do that. I'm just going to be wasting your time for the next hour. Don't even bother. But if you're the type of person who is like, no, there's got to be something. There's something I could offer, even if I don't know what it is yet, then you're in the right place. Or if you're the person who's like, I've got a business and it's working, I got clients, like I make a decent income, or I'm full-time, but I'm stuck and I can't grow, and I'm like overworked, and I thought I left the employee world to have freedom in my entrepreneurial journeys, but I feel like I'm just like a slave to my business. And if that's where you are as well, then you're in the right place, because email marketing and automation is going to be one of the most powerful tools, especially for you, for those of you who have clients and have no idea how you're going to be able to break out of the cycle of chasing down invoices, finding new leads, pitching them, selling them, marketing them. Anyone here who's even slightly introverted, heck, I'm extroverted, and the idea of picking up a phone and cold calling somebody, or that just makes me want to barf. So email automation and email marketing is going to be one of the most powerful tools that you can use in your business. And that's why we wanted to dedicate August to talking about it. It's easy to talk about tactics like how do you get your first client, or how should I price my services, or what sort of service should I offer, or how do I do this, or what's this little tweak or this little hack. But we need to step back and realize, okay, if you have a service or a product that you need to get into the hands of a customer, then we need to be able to do that at scale, because it's easy to just establish the baseline foundation. We talk about it in the launch course, but then we need to grow on that. Okay. So we do it. We show that it's working, it's proven. How do we now take that to from a $1,000 a month hobby to a $100,000 a year, $500,000 a year enterprise that pays not only the bills, but you can hire people if you want, or you can have more flexibility. You can donate 50% of your income because you don't need half of it. There's so much more that you can have once you have those resources available to you. Email marketing is one of those things that's going to enable you to get there. And I wanted to just give you a little hint at that in August. as a way to show you there's so much more beneath the surface. And if you want to actually implement this, then you've got to join us in launch at Freelancing Freedom, because that's where we're taking these consultants and freelancers and trying to, sometimes we have to really drag them like over the ground to get to where they need to be. Others, it's an easy transformation, but we want to get you from where you are to your dream business, working from home. Maybe it's at a co-working space. Maybe it's like, at a beach, I don't care for that. You can't see the screen when you're at a beach, but wherever you want to work, working on the business that you care about, the business that you want to be involved in with the customers that you love. That's what this is all about. So when I'm showing you some of these behind the scenes of how to, get started and with email marketing and stuff like that, don't hesitate to go the consumer route and just consume what it is that I am telling you. Try and keep the mindset of the action taker, the person who actually pursues something. So if you're the producer mindset, so instead of just going, oh, cool tips, Brad, thanks, I'm just going to take more in and hope that my sponging information is going to actually materialize into something real. It won't. You actually have to do something about it. So I'm going to show you these things and I'm going to give you some action steps. And I expect you to take those actions, because if you want to move the needle even a little bit, you're going to have to do something about it. And I'm giving you not only here's how, here's why, and here's how, and here's the next 3 things that you've got to do to get there. If you're looking at that and going, that sounds good, Brad, and you're not doing anything, then don't expect or complain a year from now when I'm like, all right, who here has, let's see some transformations, and people are just going, yeah, I don't know. You got any more tips? Don't be surprised that you haven't made any progress. Am I making sense here? I'm kind of just going off on a tangent here. We got some comments here. I'll regroup myself here and then we'll jump in. Right on time, Brandy. Aaron says, before I was promoted at my job, I had more time to work on my own business, which wasn't a lot of time to begin with. But now that I'm in management, I feel like I have 0 time and I'm super drained. I understand how to get back to that point where I feel like I'm not completely wiped out. Alea says, Aaron, I would audit your current process and optimize it. Yes, there have to be gaps in what you're doing, even if they are small steps. Aaron, the small steps you take today, even if you only take pitiful baby steps, if they're just like, this is all I can do today, this is all I can do this week, that's the same thing but then going, oh, I'm just going to discount that. It's just pointless. What's the point? And just give up. Remember that all of your actions compound, just like when you're investing in the stock market. So if you're 20-year-old Aaron, or say, let's go 10-year-old Aaron, let's say your child, Aaron, because you've got children. Let's say when your child is 10, you're like, all right, I'm going to teach you about saving money. And saving money, even just the little bit you have, but we're going to save it and invest it in something that will compound. So the stock market, like a particular index fund. Forget about the details, but the idea of saving with compound interest. It's like, I only have $1 to save per week. But then let's say your other child, I don't know if you have 2 children, but I don't mean to pit them against one another, but just imagine the other one goes, I'm not going to save at all because it's only $1 and I'd rather go buy a candy. I'd rather just go the easy route instead of just giving that $1 I have that probably isn't going to make a difference anyway. When they are, and if they keep that $1 a week up for like 30 years, the one who invested $1 a week is going to have significantly amount more money once that compound interest hits that peak, that critical mass where it starts to just exponentially grow. And then if the second child finally smartened up, got their act together, and at age like 20, 10 years later was like, okay, I guess I will start doing that too. The difference between the two is mind-boggling of where they end up at the same time. So if that makes sense. So even if you just have, Aaron says, nope, one and done. Even if you just make one small step, keep doing it. And then find time, make time, prioritize something, okay? Eliminate something, automate something. We were just talking a moment ago, Aaron, how you're saying, if I purchase this particular software or invest in this particular thing, it's going to actually make me lose money than help me make more money. So we were talking about, for those of you listening, purchasing a software. And I said, if you buy software, if you purchase software or subscribe to a software, it has to be more than worth it for you to do that. So it has to be more valuable than the cost you're paying. So for example, I'm using a tool called Zapier. It costs me like $50 US a month. But if I stopped using Zapier, I would lose thousands of dollars within a matter of weeks. So it's obviously worth it for me. But then Aaron was like, okay, but if I purchase the software, it's actually going to cost me money. It's not going to make me money. But then I said, essentially, you can't hit a home run if you don't step up to bat. So if you invest in something, purchase something, and you know it's going to dip you down a little bit in terms of time, energy, money, but you know that on the upswing, it's going to be more worth it in the long run, that small amount of inconvenience, stress, or whatever is probably worth it. But you have to be able to determine that. Okay, am I just doing this because it looks cool? Am I joining that course because it sounds fun? Or am I joining that course because I'm convinced that within 6 months, 12 months, and then beyond, it's not only going to pay for itself, but I'm going to be able to have a business that pays for my family? How worth it is it for you to invest in that? Even if it means for like 2 months, it's like you're going to have to budget a few things. Keep that in mind. The most expensive thing you do, how does this work? This is a great saying. It goes, sometimes the most expensive thing are the things that you don't actually do. So you might think, oh, if I buy that thing, it's so expensive. Or if I join that course, it's so expensive. Or if I enroll in that program, or if I subscribe to that software, it's going to be so expensive. But really, is it the most expensive choice, or the fact that you didn't do it the most expensive choice? The lost opportunity cost. Keep that in mind. So in our previous session, we talked about creating a freebie offering, so that to lead magnet, giving your subscriber or the person who's landing on your landing page, your website, giving them something free in exchange for their email so you can get them on your list. We talked about how that lead magnet should act as something that solves a real problem, but not so big and high value that there's no point in taking any extra step with you. It needs to be enough for them to not be overwhelmed and for them to produce a quick win. So it might be like, here are 3 things you can do in the next 5 minutes to increase your traffic by 10% by next week. Let's say you're in the weight loss industry and you're a weight loss coach or a personal trainer. 3 exercises that you shouldn't be doing that are actually, damaging your muscles or making you take the long road to weight loss. Do these 3 things or skip these 3 things. And then that could be, your lead magnet is, explaining those 3 things and what you should be doing instead. In terms of investments, if you're a financial planner, the 3 index funds you need to be looking out for that nobody knows about. Those 3 things. You can give them a checklist. You can show them how to set it up, what to invest, how to structure their portfolio and to weight the portfolio. If it comes to marketing, or let's say web design, a lot of web designers in the house, you're not selling websites, you're selling the value of the result that you're offering to your client. You're not selling a website, you're selling the value. So you might say, my websites are so super fast, that you might be thinking as a web designer that you're like, I'm offering really fast websites. You're like, but why are you offering fast websites? What's the benefit of that? The benefit of that is that you lose less customers on the front end. When they land on your landing pages, everything's loading super fast and they'll be able to access your offer immediately. So it's not about how fast your websites are. No one cares about that. Your client cares about how quickly they're going to be able to grab the attention of the people that they need to focus on. So you need to use your free offer to position yourself as an expert. So it needs to be something that's in line with your brand and in line with your front end and back end offers. So it needs to be something that's like a hook. That's essentially what it is. It's a hook. You're trying to hook them, quite literally, like you're fishing. You need to hook them so that the reason why they bite the hook is because it's appealing. Because they go, yeah, I want that. I'm willing to munch down on that, so that you can reel them in and go, okay, now that we're in the same boat here, essentially, here's what we need to be doing next. Now, excuse me, why providing service up front and using the barbecue method produces long-term wins and growth. Leading with service, leading with value, not so much value that you're just like people will just go to you and never want to buy from you because you're just giving everything away for free. You actually have to balance it. That's important. So you have to find that balance of how can I give you a quick win, establish trust, get to the real problem so that I can say, okay, now let's get deep and let's try and transform you from where you are to where you want to be. So that was last session, creating a freebie offering, lead magnet, so that you can get someone on your email list. This is how you can go from 0 people to 10 people to 100 people to 500 people. You can do that pretty easily with ConvertKit or similar email marketing software, but I'm talking ConvertKit. That's my thing. I'm an affiliate for them, and I've been using them since I started growing my business. So, of course, I'm going to talk about them because I know them best. You capture those subscribers and you give them a lead magnet. Now you have them on your email list. What do you do now? So getting them on your email list doesn't mean now you have potential customers. You just simply have permission to contact, say, 250 people. But if you're not contacting them, and if you're not contacting them properly and consistently, but in the right way, in a way that adds value, doesn't anger them, piques their interest, and guides them along your funnel, versus ignoring them, and then when you have a product to sell or you're like desperate for some cash, you like blast your email list and go, I'm doing a promotion, 198% off. I'll give you money to buy my services. They're just going to unsubscribe and you're going to piss them off and you're not going to be in business for very long. So this is what this session is about today. What do you do now? So we got the lead magnet, we got the email subscriber, okay? Now, this is what we do. So keep this in mind, just with everything that you do. Quote that I came across in a book I've been reading, Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. Sometimes gets a bad rap, but he's actually a legit fellow, what it seems like in his content and material. But he says, you're not selling your time, knowledge, or celebrity. You're selling the value of the result you deliver. A lot of people think that you need to be Instagram famous, YouTube famous, an influencer, social media influencer, or the next Gary Vee or whatever, I need to be popular first before I can sell my services. No, you literally need 100 people on your email list. Convert that email list at about 1 to 5% to a middle ground offer. And you've got a business model that you can automate and scale and then grow that. And nobody else knows who you are. That's totally fine. You don't need to be a celebrity. I know people who nobody knows about. They're not like super popular. They're just really effective in their niche, and they make insane amounts of money and transform insane amounts of lives, and they have an incredible amount of influence within the people that matter to them, and they're able to do really wonderful, good things with that success. They're not like going around like flashing off fancy cars or trying to look a certain way or trying to show this, that, or the other thing. It doesn't matter. You don't need millions of subscribers to be successful and to make good money in a business that matters to you and your people. You just need a small amount of people who care, who are willing to pay you for your stuff because you transform their lives. That's it. So you're not selling your time. So that scratches the hourly rate, okay? Your hourly rate, that's gone. You're not selling your knowledge. So going, I know a lot of things, but guess what? I know a lot of people who know those things even better than you do. There's always someone who knows more than you do. And you're not selling your celebrity. You're not selling your Instagram followers. You're not selling your influential figure or anything like that. You're selling the value of the result that you deliver. And you're going to connect with people better than I'm going to connect with certain people. So your people, you'll be able to connect with them better than I can connect with them. And if you can get to their pain and go, I'm going to help you, and hold their hand through that transformation, the bigger that transformation, the bigger the reward for you and that person. So that's it. That's business in a nutshell. So today, the magic of automated email marketing in your business. We're going to talk about how we can, now that we got someone on your list, 1 person, 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, 20,000 people, doesn't matter. This is the same system. I use this system at 20 to 30,000 subscribers. You can use it for 1 to 15 subscribers. It's all the same. And then you get to tweak it based on your business and your message and your people. So stick around to the very end. We got some more free gifts. We got a huge freebie bundle for the attendees and a couple extra ones that we haven't been giving away usually related to this. So stick around till the end if you want to grab that. Today, we're going to talk about this, magic of email marketing in your business, why you don't need a website to get started and what you should be doing instead. Or what you should be using instead. A lot of people think, I need a really good website. You don't. You need something else, and I'll tell you what that is. Number 2 is how to set up a beautiful high converting landing page in seconds or minutes. You might want to spend 15, 20 minutes if you want to craft the copy properly, but you can literally set up a live landing page in a matter of seconds, even if you don't have a domain and hosting. You don't have to go set up a domain and hosting and use that as a barrier. A lot of people use that. It's easy to set those things up. It takes about 45 minutes, but people use that as excuses not to launch. They'll go, I need to buy a domain. I need to buy hosting. It's a long, hard road to starting the business, daily grind. Nope. You can set up a frickin' hosting and domain in 45 minutes, but I'll do you one better. You can have a landing page live in 8 seconds for the cost of 2 or 3 lattes per month. That's moving on. How to capture leads, build trust, and sell your services on autopilot by creating a simple automated email sequence. That's the point today. We're going to jump into that. And how to maintain a profitable relationship with your audience, whether they purchase from you or not. So once you've pitched them on your product and whether they've purchased or not, what now? Is that it? Do you have to go find 10 new subscribers, 100 new subscribers, 1,000 new subscribers? No, those people are now in the system, and you should be continually serving them and continually checking in with them to offer your products and services, because maybe they're ready now. They weren't ready before, but maybe they are now. And if they're not ready at all and they don't want to hear from you, then they'll unsubscribe. That's what it is. That's what they do. So and you get to do that automatic. You don't have to cold call them or anything like that. Okay, so number 1, this is going to be a quick point. Why you don't need a website to get started and what you should be using instead. You don't need a website. No business needs a website. No company needs a website. That's not what they need. That's just the means to an end. What you need to actually be, what you need to actually be using is what I call a marketing machine. Other people call it funnels, sales funnels, marketing funnels, customer journeys. There's lots of ways to skin the cat. It's essentially just a point A to point Z customer journey beginning to end, and then rinsing and repeating. We call it funnel. I call it marketing machine because it acts more like a machine. It's something that continually works for you without you needing to be there. So you need to have a system and a process in the form of a marketing machine and a marketing funnel that takes somebody from not knowing who you are to building a trusting relationship, to pitching your products and services, to onboarding them and delivering your services, to offboarding them, and then continuing a relationship for months to come, years to come, and then throughout that, continually offering new products and services and solutions to bring them along in their journey. And that should happen automatically at scale. So that's not something that you should be having to do manually, emailing hundreds of people per day. You'd never get anything done. But your system, your marketing machine, should do that for you. That's what you need instead. You don't need a website. You need a marketing machine. Okay, number 2. See, that was a good point. I'm getting really hot. I have to open the window. All right. Well, that's better. Okay. Number 2. Also, if anyone has any questions about any of these points, you have my attention. How to set up a beautiful high converting landing page in seconds, even if you don't have a domain name and hosting. Okay, so this is where we're going to get a little more practical. I'm actually just going to open up my window here. And this is ConvertKit right here. This is my ConvertKit account. And under automations, I created a new automation from scratch. And I won't build out the automation right now. I've done that in previous sessions, and we do this in depth in the launch course and stuff. There's no point in me walking through every step. I'm more so wanting to show you the why. And at the end, I'll give you this template for free if you stick around. Okay, so at the entry point of your funnel, ConvertKit calls it a visual automation. It's an automation and it's visual because you can see the journey. It's a funnel. I call it a marketing machine. Okay, so at the top of your funnel is an entry point. It's a landing page. You can add multiple landing pages. You can choose different forms. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of options here. I have hundreds of landing pages for different things. And that's the entry point. So this is what I'm talking about here. How to set up a beautiful, high converting landing page in seconds, even if you don't have a domain name and hosting. So all you need is a ConvertKit account, which you can get for a free trial for 30 days. And it's a really low cost monthly subscription. But remember, I talked about it at the beginning when I had my conversation with one of our students, Aaron. It might give you a little dip in the short term, but it's an S curve. So you had to invest your time and energy, in this case, some money and some energy, but I'm saving you that because I have the template to get it started. But then once it's rolling, it dips back, it comes back up on the upswing. And then it returns you. So if I turned off my ConvertKit account, I would essentially stop about 80% of my revenue. So I pay ConvertKit thousands of dollars per year to run the automated portion of my business, or most of that automated portion. And at first it's like, oh, this is a big bill. But then as you implement these things, that upswing comes up, and then it's like an exponential upswing. So here's what you need. Landing page, boom, like this. You got your ConvertKit account. You can choose templates. So let me just show you the different templates that you can do. So here's my visual automations. I'm going to go, landing pages. And I'm going to go new form. You can do forms and landing pages. Forms is embedding on your own website. You have a website, great. Click form and you'll just embed it with a line of JavaScript or HTML, or use the WordPress plugin. Boom, it's on your website wherever you want it to go. This is what you need if you don't have a website and domain name. So this eliminates the excuse of I don't have a domain and landing page or website, blah, blah, blah. Landing page. Choose your template. This list is growing, it seems, every month. They have designers, professional designers. You yourself can submit a design to ConvertKit if you are a particularly talented designer for high converting landing pages. You can submit those to ConvertKit. And so they have a lot. So ebooks, events, these are just templates, podcasts, products, profile, video, waitlist, webinars, events, ebooks. You can just choose whatever template that you like, customize everything to the colors, backgrounds, fonts, styles within the constraints of the layout that they provided. And then it's live. So you just choose one. In this case, I chose this one. And it looks like this. I just set up some basic text. So I think my face might be in the way here. 7 unusual tweaks to 10x traffic to your law firm website. So in this case, I'm talking to law firms. I'm like maybe the niche is law firms, and the solution the problem I'm solving is traffic, probably SEO, other marketing strategies. So 7 unusual tweaks to 10x traffic to your law firm website without paying thousands for an agency to do it for you. Some more information that hooks them in and makes them want to download this checklist. Who am I? What do I get? Enter your name and email. Yes, I want to 10x my traffic. And then from there, this is your landing page. And it's live. It is literally live. I can click share. There's my link. I'm going to copy it, open up a new tab. Boom, everyone can visit that link right now. It's an actual live form. Seconds, actual seconds. I chose a template, added some words, and it's live. Now, I showed you last week, this is out of the scope of this week, but I showed you how to connect a lead magnet like a PDF or a thank you page or whatever when you subscribed. Right now, if you subscribed, you'd just be on the email list. You wouldn't get any emails. You wouldn't get any confirmations. You wouldn't get any lead magnets or anything like that. But this is, that was our last session. Feel free to watch that replay later, or just join the launch course and we can go deep into the real meaty stuff. And so this is your landing page that we set up in seconds. See, no excuses. So boom, there it is. Now that doesn't look so nice, right? Okay, it's not so appealing. Brightside dash studios dash blah, 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 blah. It looks a little bit ugly. Who cares? First of all, okay, Your clients won't care. But if you want to be able to speak your landing page, like go to freelancingfreedom.com, well, again, no excuses. Go here in the settings, and you can go right here. No, is it right here? I'm trying to find what it is I lost here. It's in, oh no, I know where it is. It's in your settings of your ConvertKit account. You can buy a domain name, no hosting. So buy yourdomainname.com. Just change a couple things on your in your settings of ConvertKit, and then your landing page will now be your domain name and whatever URL you want it to be. So really no excuses. It's easy to set this sort of stuff up. So that is your landing page. And it's as simple as your ConvertKit account, choosing a template, customizing it, adding your lead magnet, and you're done. You're off to the races. You literally now have a way to capture leads. Okay? So that's how you set up a beautiful, high converting landing page. It's beautiful because we had a professional designer design it. You don't have to hire a designer. It's already at your fingertips. Done. Better than most of us will be able to design those landing pages. Okay? Even if you're a good designer, save your time on getting clients. You know, save your time to get clients rather than nitpicking website stuff. High converting, it is because it's in ConvertKit's best interest to deliver something that actually high converts. It's in their name, ConvertKit. And the landing page, boom, done. You don't need a website. You don't need any fancy marketing, blah, blah, blah. You need a landing page to capture people on your list. Okay, next point. Capturing leads, building trust, and selling your services on autopilot by creating a simple automated email sequence. This is kind of the meaty part of this office hours session. We capture our leads with the form. Now building trust and selling your services on autopilot. This happens here. So I'm going to close this up. So that's the entry point of our marketing machine, of our funnel. And right here is an email course. Now this can be anything. This can be, one email. It can be a 7-day email course. It can be once a week email newsletter. But usually I find the most effective next point when somebody is most interested. So somebody landed on your landing page, went, oh man, I'd love to 10x my traffic for my law firm. Download your lead magnet. You show them the 7 things that they implemented them right away, and they're like hot and ready to go. Okay. Now you want to be able to strike while the iron's hot and deliver and bring them through so that you can pitch them your services or products. They might be ready to buy just like that. You should be able to give them that opportunity. But most people are just now, they just go, okay, I'm interested. This person's got my attention. Now you need to get their interest, make them desire what you offer and the value of what you're offering, and then get them to take action. Email course is going to help you do that. So this is where you can automatically deliver, in this case, 5 lessons delivered once a day, teaching them a specific thing, how to do a specific thing. You want to give away enough value so that they can see that. So this is an extension of your lead magnet. You want it to be related, not totally disjointed, because that would be weird. Download my recipe book on how to cook a really great filet mignon. And then you have like 5 emails about like improving SEO for your dentist website. It'd be really weird. So it needs to be related and an extension. Okay. Your first point was a freebie offering. Your next offering is an email course. That's an extension. Okay. Now, these 5 lessons, that's up to you. You know your niche. You know your people. You should know their pains. And if you don't, this is why we have Launch, because a lot of people don't actually know their people, their pains, and how to provide a solution to it. That's what Launch is about. So if you're wanting to start up a business and you want to get into finding a profitable niche idea with people you care about, that's what we dig deep in the first 2 modules. So you got 5 lessons. Could be 7. It could be 3. 5 is a good one because you can, it's pretty, you can structure a nice mini course out of the 5 lessons. So teach them a few things. Make sure you get them to take action steps, whether it's completing a workbook, hitting reply. They need to be able to take action. You want to teach them to do something with your emails versus just having them consume, which is why at the top of this session, I told you I encouraged you to do something about this session. Don't just watch it and go, that was nice, Brad. Thanks very much. And then never do anything, because then you'll never get anywhere. You're doing the same thing you've always done. You're just consuming. Take the producer mindset. I tell you to do something, go do it. Okay? If you don't want to do it, then you're probably in the wrong place anyway. Okay? So write your 5 emails. Structure them out. There's a science to this, okay? And an art to this. We teach it in the launch course. So that delivers automatically. Now, after that, watch this. 5 days goes on. You teach them something valuable. You guide them through solving a specific problem in their business. You show them your authority. You show them that you know what you're talking about. Then you drop them into the pitch sequence. This is automatic. Okay? Someone subscribed on Monday. They got their lead magnet. Then Monday through Friday, they get their email course. By the following week, they're being pitched your product or service. Someone subscribes on Wednesday of that past week, same thing happens, but on their own time. So, pitch sequence, this is just a template. I give you a little bit more of a template here. We go in the launch course, we go into the art and the science of how and what you should, how you structure this, what you should say, why you should say it. We go into that, the timing and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not going to go into that here. That's not the point. It's to show you that now you can pitch, over the course of a week, Monday through Friday, and you can pitch your products and services automatically throughout these emails. And so you've got your email course, your pitch sequence. Now, if they purchased, okay, you set up an automation in ConvertKit that you can manually tag them, or you can set up an automatic, if they purchase something like with your PayPal or anything else like a online payment processor like Stripe or whatever, you can then tag that subscriber with purchased product X, purchased retainer, purchased service. So watch this. We're in here, pitch sequence. Let's say they purchase on email number 3. So they like what you're saying. They're ready to go. They believe you and they want to get started. So they skip all this and jump down to whatever they purchased. So in this case, I have 3 examples. Purchase the service. So let's say that's your consulting service or your coaching service, your one-to-one service. This is your retainer. So if you pitched a retainer in there and they bought your retainer, so your monthly security plan or your monthly coaching or whatever, and then purchase product. So this is if you had a course or a book or a different product that they purchased, then they will get dropped into one of these 3. These hard lines means these actions won't take place unless they're triggered. So they're in a pitch sequence, they purchase, depending on what they purchase, they skip this, boom, they get dropped into that proper line of the machine, of the funnel, and then they get onboarded. And you can have customized onboarding sequences based on what they purchased. Let's go back up. They didn't purchase, wait a week, give them a breather from you, take a little break, and then drop them in your evergreen newsletter. We'll talk about that in a moment because that's point number 4. But I'm going to go down here to the client onboarding. You got them on board, they purchased your service, send them a few onboarding emails. Again, out of the scope of this session, I'm not going to show you how to set up a good onboarding sequence, what you need to say. That's all in the launch course. That's all reserved for the launch course. I'm just showing you that, hey, you can onboard, deliver your service, and not only capture your lead, convert them into a customer, onboard that customer, and deliver your service in an automated to semi-automated fashion, autopilot, 24/7, using ConvertKit. And after that, they've been onboarded. Wait 30 days, could be 60 days. The amount of time that you would typically take to complete, your initial offering, and then drop them in your evergreen newsletter. So I'm going to go back here. So that's capturing leads, building trust, selling your services on autopilot, be creating a simple automated email sequence. Finally, point 4. How to maintain a profitable relationship with your audience, whether they purchase from you or not. That's simply in the evergreen newsletter. Whether they purchased from you or whether they didn't. Here, I'll show you. This says they didn't purchase from you. They went through your sequence. They didn't buy anything. Okay. They didn't purchase from you. Drop them in your evergreen newsletter. Check this out. They purchased from you. After you're done onboarding, wait a little bit, drop them in your newsletter. You still want to add value and maintain a relationship. You want to be top of mind. You want to continue to communicate with them. So here we are. Evergreen newsletter. Every Friday, you have a Friday newsletter. Mine's on Tuesday. It could be once a week. It could be once a month. It could be every day. Up to you. People do it on Sunday and they call it the Sunday Digest or whatever. It's up to you. This is where you add your content pieces. Content pieces that are within the scope of your brand, within the scope of you solving the problem for the person who is reading your emails, and with the idea of continuing to establish authority and trust, and the end goal of having them become a customer. Okay. I send out Tuesday newsletters, not because I just want to only make you happy on Tuesday. Yeah, that's nice. I want you to see what I sent and go, oh, that was valuable. Oh, that was intriguing. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, that was offensive or whatever. I want to pique your interest. I want to make you think, make you do something for the sole purpose of you moving the needle in your business so that I can say, all right, are you ready to get started? Hire me as your personal consultant, join a course, attend a webinar, this, that, and the other thing. These are not just for happy times. These are for your business. Remember, you're a business. Okay. So you can add them as you write them, blog posts, videos, interviews, so on and so forth. You add them in here and you sequence them out. That's how you ongoing maintain a relationship with your customers. And that, my friends, those are the 4 points of the magic of email marketing in your business. So how do you get started with this? With your freebies. This is how you get started. I'm going to give you the template that you just saw. That's yours for free. It's a one-click install. So I'm going to give that template to you for free so that you could just literally install it into your ConvertKit account. If you have a ConvertKit account, it's just one-click install. If you don't have a ConvertKit account, the link that I'm going to give you is going to get you a 30-day free trial so that you can set it up, get started. If you want help getting people into that funnel and knowing what it takes to really move the needle, join the launch course. And you'll learn how you can really make that work for you. Sorry about that. My camera. Let me just switch my camera. There we go. That's what the launch course is about, showing you how you can get the most out of that. But you get a 30-day free trial. So that template is yours for free. And I'm also going to give you the revenue roadmap and pricing calculator. So those are tools that can help you figure out how to structure your business, what to offer, and how much you should be charging for your products, your services, hourly rate, weekly rate, value-based rate, retainers, and so on. So those are yours for free. In order to access those, all you have to do is go to bradhussey.ca/launch. So you're going to get those free gifts. You're going to get that template, the free trial of ConvertKit, revenue roadmap, pricing calculator for consultants, and you're also going to get a free demo just as a little perk of launch. I'm going to give you a free behind the scenes, behind the curtain look at launch and what you get, which is my new online course that teaches you to plan, launch, and grow your business in any niche, land a paying client, and put sales and marketing on autopilot in 49 days or less, even if you have no experience, no confidence, and literally no idea how to get started. If you are experienced consultant and you actually have a business and you're full-time side hustle, you're making decent cash on the side, Launch is going to help you take you from where you are there and literally balloon that out for you so that your problem won't be how do I get more clients? It's how do I manage this? So that's what Launch is all about. Access your freebies at bradhussey.ca/launch. You get all those gifts for free, plus the demo of Launch, so you can make a choice to see if it is the right decision for you. You can see here, I'll show you a little bit. Module 1 is about the foundations, unlocking your potential, getting started, dispelling some myths. Module 2 is success systems. That's identifying, actioning, and optimizing your best business idea. We're going to set up some systems so that you can succeed. So people like Aaron and anyone who's struggling with time, this shows you how to find those pockets of time so you can start making small steps that will compound over time. Module 3 is all about niching down, finding your niche, finding your people, That's what I call it, finding your people and finding their problems, which then brings us to module 4 is your solution. It's how do you now take the problem that your people experience and deliver a solution that is irresistible, that is going to be transformational for them. And we'll show you how to set up a nice business model that can capture them at various degrees of their journey. So whether they're just starting, whether they're a high ticket client and they have a bigger problem, or whether you're selling products or services, courses, retainers. Module 5 is about pricing, and it's going to teach you all about pricing, particularly high value pricing. So it can get you out of that rut of charging $500 contracts, $1,000 contracts. We're going to show you how to package and productize and position yourself as a really high value premium consultant so that earning your revenue goals is much easier. It's a lot easier to make $100,000 a year with premium pricing than it is to sell $500 contracts. It's a lot harder if you do it that way. So we're going to teach you proper pricing and unconventional pricing as well. Stuff that you probably wouldn't really otherwise find. Module 6 is about marketing, building your marketing machine, automation, booking foundation clients. So in this module, I expect you to start getting some clients if you do the work. We're going to build automated marketing machine. What you saw today is literally just like pricking the surface of what we go into in module 6. Excuse me. And then module 7 is all about going full-time, setting sail into the open ocean of running your business full-time, managing finances, protecting yourself, things like lawyers, accountants, outsourcing parts of your business that you shouldn't be dealing with, hiring a team member, and so on and so forth. And then the bonuses you get in there are resources like workbooks and tools, really cool workbooks and study guides and tools that will help you apply what you're learning in the course and kind of make things easier. And then the best bonus of all is the community. You have access to about 450 people in Facebook and Slack that are passionate members of the course and the community for years now and are in various journeys, have been where you are or are like 3 steps, 5 steps, 10 steps ahead. So that's what Launch is all about. And I encourage you to check it out at bradhussey.ca/launch. You get the freebies, all the free gifts. They're all right there. No questions asked. All I need is your email and a few moments of your attention. You'll get a demo of Launch, and then it's up to you to decide if it is for you. If you want to finally start that business, if you want to finally have that freedom that you're looking for, if you want to be able to not worry about paying the bills and do work that really matters to you, that makes an impact, that solves a big problem for your people, so that you can do something that you feel really counts. That's what business is all about for me. It's not about, what are the profits you can make or business structures or all the technical stuff. Business for me is something that enables people to live closer to their calling and provide for the people they love, their families, their communities, causes they care about. That's what being a business owner for me means. It means that I get to provide for my family. It means that I get to not worry about this, that, or the other thing when it comes to money or certain financial decisions. But even more so from that, I don't have to, I get to have an impact. If it's donating to a cause or if there's somebody who's struggling and they're asking for change, instead of just like giving them like a quarter or just ignoring them, like you're happy to just give them what's in your wallet because it's not going to hurt you. Or taking it even further and donating to a charity or your church and being a member in that is like, it enables you to have the resources to do something the things that you really wish that you could be able to do. That's what being a business owner for me is all about. And that's why I made Launch, so that not only can you start a business that you care about, but you can start a business that actually matters, that makes a difference, that has an impact, provides you with freedom, flexibility, and so that you can provide for your people. And who are your people? That's your family. That's your customers, and that's your community. That's your people. So if that sounds interesting to you and you'd like to get started on that journey, I'd be honored to help you get started. Check it out, bradhussey.ca/launch, and you'll know if it's for you. If you have any questions, we're on live chat in the bottom right-hand corner of the website, we're there live and we'll answer your questions if you have any at all. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I hope this was a valuable session for you. And tune in next week. We'll be delivering some more content on the Office Hours live session. We'll be answering your questions if you have any. And I look forward to serving you in launch. All right, folks. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.